From Father Ivano, from Spiritual Seeds on this 12th Sunday in Ordinary Time. I will read this Gospel, very familiar, about the storm, about the boat full of water sinking, and I will try to put our life inside this boat and to see what God wants to do with us. From the Gospel according to Mark. With the coming of evening, Jesus said to his disciples, "Let us cross over to the other side." And leaving the crowd behind, they took him just as he was in the boat. And there were other boats with him. Then it began to blow a gale, and the waves were breaking into the boat, so that it was almost swamped. But he was in the stern, his head on the cushion, asleep. They woke him and said to him, "Master, do you not care? We are going down." And he woke up and rebuked the wind and said to the sea, "Quiet now, be calm." And the wind dropped, and all was calm again. Then he said to them, "Why are you so frightened? How is it that you have no faith?" They were filled with awe and said to one another, "Who can this be? Even the wind and the sea obey him." The Gospel of the Lord. Just a brief context speaks of this crossing with the boat. The context is this lake, this very large lake called the Sea, so big it is, the Sea of Galilee. The Sea of Galilee is a very strange lake because it's very, very deep and long and kind of narrow, and it is surrounded by mountains. And because of these characteristics, in the evening, with the coming of evening, so late afternoon, what happens is that the wind begins to rise up, and because of the situation of the mountains, north and south, and the lake, to cross the lake at that time is very dangerous. And this is exactly what happens. Jesus says to the disciples, "Let us cross over to the other side." And this is not just a geographical crossing. Our life, your life, is a crossing. Jesus wants us to reach the other side. On this side, we are a people that want to be in control. People who want to build and stay and rest and be in control. Okay, with Jesus, but on this side. And Christ says, "I want to take you to the other side." On this other side, there is a people that are different. It's a new people. It's a people whose heart is different. It's a people who have faith. It's a people who can read the history with faith. It's a people who build on Christ. It's a people who are in communion. It's a different people. The crossing is, in one way, the death of one kind of people and the birth of another kind of people. And how is this new creation going to appear? How is it that your marriage will be on the other side? When is it that your relationship with your parents will be lived on the other side of the lake? Or my priesthood? How is it that my priesthood will be on the other side, not wanting to be in control? When is this going to happen? How is this going to happen? Through the storm, and through the night, and through the waves and the wind. That is, Jesus Christ is going to use as ingredients to create this new people the sea that represents everything that we are afraid of. The sea is the place where we cannot stand. The sea is the place where everything moves. That is, Jesus Christ will use in our life the very things that we are afraid of. And He will use the night. The night is not just a chronological time. The night is the moment for ancient times, is the moment of darkness. Is the moment where we don't see, we don't understand, we don't manage, we are not strong. We are weak. We are very vulnerable in the night. We are exposed. And then He will use this wind, these waves. That is, He will use our difficulties, our struggles, the things that hit us, the things that make us shake and move and agitated. That is, Jesus Christ wants in this trip not to solve problems. Christ wants not to be a problem solver for us. He wants to give us an experience not only that He has the power over the sea and the wind, that is, He is God and is the supreme authority, but He wants in us to be born something called faith, that is, to know deeply that our life is led by Him, that He is in our life as the one who leads it, that there are no events that are meaningless, there are no waves that are just there to terrify us, that there is no darkness that cannot be a way through. Christ wants us to experience that our life is a journey of faith, that He wants to make of us a people that know that He is alive, that He loves us, and that He wants us to trust Him. This journey by boat is a different journey. And sometimes, and maybe it's your case in your life, at one point Christ will say, now we do a different journey, because I want to do something new with you. I want to transform your marriage. And to do that, we will do a different journey. And in this journey, I will use different ingredients. I will use wind, sea, waves, storms, and darkness. And I will use it because I want to transform you into a people of faith. Let us receive this gift. Let us stay in the boat. Don't jump from the boat. Stay in the boat, because in the boat there is Christ. And you will see that when you reach the other side, you will discover something new. See you next Sunday.